Guess what else? I'll put some music on, huh? Slacker. You know what time it is, Niche.
He's playing father figure. What time do you think it is?
The time that it is kind of a slow dance. We kind of slow jam what's about to happen right now. When the mic stand gets low, when the stool comes out like it's a comedy set, you know it's going to be a comedy set. This mic stand's going to get out of the way. My mom saw a video of him performing and she wanted to know why I was such a disappointment. Please make some noise for the man that my mom likes better than me. He is currently embattled in a lawsuit with Sam Kinnison's estate. He's received 14 cease and desist letters, but he won't stop, can't stop, won't stop. Horror Show Jack Records. Make some noise for your stepfather and mine. Horror Show Jack. All right. It's ironic because Mitch Hedberg's estate loves him. Like, I don't know. He's always getting into trouble.
Would Sam Kinnison's material even make it in today's society? Yeah, right. I will do my imitation of a Sam Kinison cover comedy set at the Niche. I would be too nervous to even try any of his material. This is what happens when you keep your notes in your pockets and no one writes on them.
Boo!
All right, so I wrote this. This joke was actually written like 5 minutes after I left the Niche last week. Because you know how they have those "Don't drink and drive" signs on the side of the road, and I saw this one that says "Booze it and lose it." Now, have you noticed that more sounds like a party mantra more than a police warning? I just read that as "Booze it and lose it." Yeah, give me another drink. And I'm like, what do you mean I'm getting pulled over? I had a wonderful conversation with the cop that pulled me over too. I'm only kidding, I wasn't pulled over. It's one of the things I like around here is the cops don't really pull you over all that much. I'm actually, I won't be here for a couple of weeks. Why? I lost my license. So, now I've done this in my set before, but I'll do it again. Does it bother you when your significant other doesn't say "bless you" when you sneeze?
Oh my God.
Good. Andrew, take notes. She was editing something. I just like to bust her chops.
Something.
So most people here know, and if you don't, my business, I make customized fangs, and when I'm filling orders, I prop my cell phone on a little stand and I watch YouTube videos. And I came across this clip of the Maryland PD that set up this sting operation in the middle of a main road in traffic where a cop dressed up as a homeless person, and it was an undercover sting, and he was holding a cardboard sign that says, "I am an undercover police officer looking for text message violators." Now, I do not have a great love for law enforcement. Yes, I have family who are in law enforcement. I have friends who are in law enforcement. They're about the few that I like. because you can tell looking the way I look, you know I haven't had a lot of good run-ins with cops. So they look at me and just like, you did it. I'm like, no, I swear I didn't. I'm the one that was rear-ended. So they had nothing better to do, and they made a mockery of being homeless. They gave out 31 tickets in 4 hours, all for people who stopped what they were doing on their ride home to take what they've earned to give to someone less fortunate. And quite frankly, I think that's bullshit. And I also don't know why I put this in my comedy act, because there's really no joke in this other than the fact that I hate cops. So there's my little teen angst reviewed again in my 40s. So a couple people know that I love horror movies. Now you all know. And we celebrated Friday the 13th, which now we're gonna make greeting cards that say Happy Jason Day. And I told my neighbor, we're throwing a mini Friday the 13th party this weekend. And he goes, oh, he turns to me and goes, oh, well, have fun. And just so you know, if anyone gets drunk and comes at me with a knife, I have a gun. And I'm just thinking to myself, I'm like, that escalated fast, Tony. Because now I'm worried. I'm like, should I not let anyone drink? And wait a minute, how are they going to find the knives in my kitchen? My kitchen's a mess. I mean, it's clean. It's just, I can't find the knives. Or the spoons, or the forks, or my soup bowl. Now, I like to write little one-liners every once in a while. And this is a follow-up on a joke I did last week. But if you fart in a new car, the owner gets pissed. Really? No one here likes fart humor? I call you all liars.
I smiled.
I can't see your face with the lights. Now, you ever okay. You ever look at one of these ads or one of these videos where they have the before and after photos, like for these workout programs? Anyone else ever look at them like the way I look at them? It's like, I'd be perfectly fine with the before body. I'm like, I'd have to work out to get the before body. I really need to get bigger print here. So we stopped here on a Saturday night, and we were talking to some people outside, and every time we meet people that we haven't met here before, we always tell them about open mic night on Tuesday. Because literally, this is my night out. This is what we live for. Woo! So they're like, oh, so you perform? I'm like, well, I do comedy. I'm like, here's this sea of talented, amazing musicians and me telling stupid jokes and fart jokes. And the guy asks me before I leave, so I got a question for you. I'm like, yeah, sure. He goes, how do you come up with your material? And I literally looked at him and go, life. Literally, everything it's the one-liners, random jokes, and random thoughts that go through my head. And it's one of those things that your mind goes, don't say that. The older I get, it just goes, no, say it, say it. So, last week I asked everyone if there were some wrestling fans. Do we have any wrestling fans in here this weekend? Okay, weekend. Well, this is my weekend, whatever. So, I was reminded of, after I did the joke about the stupidest thing last week that I ever heard a wrestler say, I remember the first convention I ever did that actually had celebrities at it. And I go to the men's room, and as I'm relieving myself, I notice in the urinal next to me is Jim the Anvil Neidhart. So he comes walking in and takes the urinal right next to me, which I thought was odd because there were 5 others. But I'm like, whatever, my brain immediately goes into warning mode. I was like, don't say anything. Don't talk to him while you're peeing. Don't talk to him while you're peeing. So I'm looking straight ahead, doing proper bathroom etiquette. And all of a sudden he's like, whoa, damn, it's cold up here. And I'm like, so where are you from? And he goes, Florida. And he's trying to undo his pants. And he goes, I hate these wrestling pants. And I'm just like, well, why do you wear them? He goes, they sponsor me. I'm like, that was my encounter with Jim the Anvil Neidhart. Because at that point, I'm like, I don't know what else to do. I went and washed my hands and left. Now, going to a wrestler, even if you don't like wrestling, everyone knows who Hulk Hogan is. I was at a show. I did not get to meet him because I wasn't going to wait 5 hours in line to meet this guy. But I was 5 feet away from him. And when he came out, I have to say, he's not as big as I thought he would be. And I'm not talking muscle-wise. He was only that much taller than me, yet he's supposed to be one of the giants. I'm like, that much taller than me is like 6'2", 6'3", maybe 6'4", and isn't he supposed to be like 6'5", 6'6"? I don't know, because he was one of the tallest back in the day when he fought Andre the Giant. So I got 2023 has already been horrible with losing people that I know. I found out last night, that a friend of mine from the New York Renaissance Fair had passed away. She was unfortunately not one of the healthiest people. She had a couple of problems, but I didn't know she was sick enough to pass away. But I saw someone post this, and I contacted some friends of mine, because I haven't been to the New York Renaissance Fair in almost 5 years. And my friend Janet, she was one of the main cast members, and Ren Fair actors and Ren Fair people, we're not usually looked on with a great deal of respect, but some of these performers are absolutely professional, phenomenal, and excellent at what they do, whether it's stage combat, Shakespearean literature, or just plain out making it on the spot performing. She was one of the best. She didn't do a lot of stage combat, but she always made me feel welcome. She didn't act like she was above anyone. She always made time to come over and talk to me. And I was at a party with a bunch of these people one time, and she comes up to me and she finds out that I'm a fan of trauma movies. She goes, you know, I was in Romeo and Juliet, and I'm like, I love that movie. And I'm like, I'm looking around the people that are around us, and I'm like, Janet, you might not want to openly share that with everyone else. I'm like, I think it's awesome, and she just laughed her ass off, and every time I saw her, I would always remind her of what she told me, and she'd just pat me on the back, smile, and walk away. But going further with that, I met a guy who came to my house for an order of fangs, and while he's sitting there, he's looking through my movies, he goes, oh, Romeo and Juliet, I was the penis monster in that movie. But the thing was, he's a professional trainer, and he looks like one of the background people from Point Break with Patrick Swayze, not that stupid remake that came out 5 years ago. Then I went further, and while I was talking with my friends, I was reminded of a Star Wars moment I had with the New York Renaissance Fair, because I was never a paid actor. I was just one of the vendors, and I would do random performing. And I could park for free, I could go to all the parties, but I didn't have a camping pass. So me and my friends had, after the show on Saturday, went out to see Pirates of the Caribbean 3. I can't remember what the name of it was. But I was supposed to stay on site, but I didn't have a camping pass. So I'm driving a PT Cruiser. Now, if anyone knows how the trunks does. So we're a mile away from the entrance. We pull over. They put me in my own trunk and smuggle me into the campgrounds. And I'm poking up from underneath the little tailgate thing because I'm mildly claustrophobic. And I got Captain Han Solo moment when I got up and like, you okay? I'm like, I never thought I'd smuggle my own self in this. And since Mavric put me on the spot last week, I wrote a list. I wrote a list. And this is still influenced by New Year, New Me. And you know how we're still in the middle of January, so people are still keeping with their New Year's resolutions where they're going to the gym and trying to do better. So I wrote a list of how to make people uncomfortable at the gym. Stare at someone intensely while they're using equipment, or while you're on the treadmill, just look at them like this. Stand outside the window, because I enjoy working out, but I do not like having an audience. So I hate the big cathedral window in front of the gym. Meanwhile, every passerby is like, look at that idiot, he's doing it wrong. So stand outside looking intensely at someone while eating a sandwich, or better yet, eating candy. If you try any of these and get beat up, it's not my fault. Get a yoga mat. Find a place to work out in the gym. Before doing so, eat a lot of chili. Fart a lot, but do not acknowledge it. Stand next to a big muscle dude who's lifting like the barbells that are like 350 pounds. Pick up the lightest weight possible and go like, just do all the grunts that they do, that Planet Fitness apparently doesn't like. Anyone see that video where the guy like destroyed a whole bunch of things at Planet Fitness and then left? Wear the most ridiculous outfit you can put together. Go to the gym, but do everything super seriously. Like, no jokes at all. Join a workout class, do everything wrong, but to the extreme. Wear pants that are too tight, that you know when you bend over, they're gonna rip. Walk all over the gym, picking things up, and not acknowledging the fact that your ass is hanging out. And lastly, use every piece of equipment and use it incorrectly. And wait for someone to come up and show you the correct way and just look at them and go, I know what I'm doing, and then walk away. Guys, my name is Andrew. I am Horror Show Jack. Thank you.